What's going on, YouTube? So I know I said that I'd get y'all some data log videos. Just for the sake of us being in chronological order, I went ahead and put this set of videos up. This is going to be the overview of all the installation for the Odin stuff. So I hope y'all enjoy. It's a little bit more of a technical based video. I know some of my subscribers really like that. I'll try to get the data logging videos up for y'all. I got 93, I got E85, got good news to report about that as well. So I hope y'all enjoy these videos until I get y'all the good stuff, all right? What's going on, guys? So, little day one review of what I encountered while doing everything. This is the current condition of the motor. I got the intake off, got all the coolant drained out of it, got some of the front accessories off, belts, all that stuff like that, some pulleys. When I was doing something like this, I watched the video ahead of time and I had a good understanding of what I should be looking towards for doing this. But what I did was I made this little checklist sheet that I'd go down just to make sure I didn't miss anything, because I'm sure it's a lot easier to do this off of a checklist in a specific order. So I went ahead and wanted to work off of that just to make sure everything was good there. Here's all of my pulleys. I actually stopped last night at the AC pulley. It's a 4 rib and they want to convert it to a 6 because the whole system is going to be a 6 rib. Changed out the thermostat, got the 170 in there, got the water pump pulley off, all that stuff like that. So today the goal is to get all of the timing cover off, get the oil pump gears changed out, and the sprocket, get everything put on there. Also put the Boss tensioners on there too, and then just get everything bolted back up. And then I'm probably going to start taking the supercharger and getting everything prepped on that. There's a whole bunch of temperature sensors and the IAT sensor that needs to be mounted into this. So I want to do all of that. And that'll be pretty much it. I didn't run into too many issues. The only issue that I did run into is that I really didn't have a good set of snap ring pliers. And that's the snap ring that came off of the pulley on the stock pulley. I need to go buy another set of snap ring pliers. But other than that, everything's really straightforward. I'm really impressed with VMP's their build quality on all the parts that I'm putting together. So I will give you all another update as the day goes, or I'll do a day 2 for tomorrow. All right, talk to y'all then. What's going on, guys? So day 2. What did I get done yesterday? Pretty much not as much as I thought I would, but so I got the whole motor torn apart. I got the chain tensioners replaced because on the 1819s there's a technical service bulletin for them. So I replaced them with some Boss tensioners, and then I put the oil pump gears and the oil pump in there as well. There's the stock one that I took out, and then the old gear right here. So that's all done, and retimed it and everything like that. And these Ford procedures are awesome to use. Everything works really good. I was extremely impressed with how easy it was. The whole timing setup went back in like 15 minutes. So the plan for today is the fun part. So I'm gonna get everything put on it. I have to go and put the new crank balancer on there, which is the one for the Mustang, because the one for the Ford is the 4 rib. This is a stock Ford F-150 one. Okay, I'm sorry. So it's got a 6 rib right here, and then this is also a 6 rib, so it comes off of that. That's the difference. I should have pulled it out of the packaging. But anyways, so today I hope to get a lot of the major stuff done. A couple of highlights that I wanted to tell y'all too. So for anybody that's worked on Coyotes, the Gen 1 and the Gen 2 are fairly the same as far as how you tear them apart, especially with the timing cover and stuff like that. The one thing that hung up with me is down here, the AC compressor. Down here, it has two long, like 8mm bolts that go into the timing cover itself. And I was pulling on the cover and I couldn't get it to come off, and I was like, what the heck is going on? And that's what it ended up being. So I don't know why Ford decided to go that route. Maybe as a clearancing issue, they wanted to secure the AC compressor or what, but there was that. And then also the very bottom, I'll get a light here real quick. This very bottom down here, that bolt right by the oil cooler is a royal pain to get out. It's a 10mm bolt, and you have to use a if you want to do it in place without removing the cooler, you have to get an offset wrench, kind of like this, like a 10mm offset, to where you come underneath it and you can actually loosen the bolt up that way. Once you get it down about 10 threads or so, you can grab it with your fingertips and take it off. So wasn't that bad. Took a lot longer than I anticipated. That was pretty much my whole day. It took me, I had about 4 hours that I worked on it yesterday. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to all the goodies going on today. Hopefully I can get most all this installed today. From this point, they quote about 8 hours worth of work, so it may run into tomorrow getting all the rest of the stuff on the supercharger installed, the temperature sensors and all that jazz. But yeah. Oh, and one other small thing too. When you go to do the timing cover, make sure you pull the water pump before you pull the crank, because I actually had I drained most of the coolant out of the hose and the overflows right here, but when I did that, it had a lot of coolant left over, and I knew it was going to come out, but I didn't think anything about it. The crank pulley was already off, and this coolant ran right from here straight down into the motor. But fortunately, I was going to change the oil anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and change the oil. And I run this Shell Rotella T6, the 5W40. I know it's diesel oil, but it's got really good properties for boosted applications. It's got a lot of zinc in it, so it's highly recommended. People run it in their lawnmowers and their motorcycles, all kinds of stuff. So but yeah, I will get y'all another video tomorrow, hopefully with the supercharger on. So I'll see y'all then. Day 3 or day 4, I can't really remember which one it is, but so giving y'all a little update. The supercharger is on, and I'm getting ready to put the heat exchanger in. It's a lot trickier than I thought it would be. There was a lot of issues with what all was there. I had to replace the high pressure fuel line on the direct injection. It needed to be replaced because it has some kind of swedge fittings that once you tighten them down too far, it ruins the ferrule in it, so you have to have that replaced. So I got all that done. I had a couple of issues with the pulleys that I had to take back off and rearrange, and they mentioned that in the video, so that's good. A couple of the fittings, not fittings, but the brackets over here were really tight fit, especially the evap and all that stuff like that. So I got all that done. I think today my goal is to be done. I want to get the heat exchanger in, I want to get the throttle body on, I want to get the cold air intake on, I need to get the booster pump installed, and all that stuff. I went ahead and started doing the heat exchanger up front, and I noticed this bracket up here, it has the bolts that capture through, and it's 21mm. I had to open those up, so I don't know if it's just my bumper might have been a little low or what the deal was, but I had to open the bolt holes up. I haven't made it to this side over here, but I'm going to soon, so I had to actually open the bottom part of these bolt holes right here. But yeah, I shall be done here pretty shortly, so I'll catch up with another video. The next one will probably be startup and maybe a little bit of idling data logs, maybe a couple of small pulls. I got to go through my tuner's guidelines. I think there's a 5K limiter on it right now, so it's just mainly going to be doing the fueling stuff and making sure everything's good. It's on 93 octane, so we're going to get it dialed in on that, and then we'll move on from there. But see y'all in the next video. What's up, YouTube? So I'm done completely. It's all done. Got it all bolted up. Everything's good. I did have a small issue, but we defeated it. It's mainly my fault. I watched the video, you know, like most people would that was installing this thing, because it's different. It's the new style for this motor. This throttle body gasket that goes behind here, apparently it didn't go on right, and you can see where it's kind of black, where it was leaking, especially right there. What I would recommend y'all do if you're going to use this is just put a real thin layer of black RTV around it. That way, whenever you go to push the throttle body on and put the bolts through it, everything stays square. Because what happened was, when I put it on, you can't see underneath the throttle body, and this piece right here actually bowed down, and it caused a leak. And me and Ken were fighting it for, like, it had to have been almost 7 or 8 revisions trying to get this thing right, to act right, like the tip in with the throttle and all kinds of stuff. He was working all kinds of magic, and we just kept having issues. So after about the 3rd or 4th revision, I had a check engine light pop up, and I pulled the code, and it was P022, I think it was. It's basically an air leak between the throttle body and the intake valve. So and I didn't think anything about the gasket, because I was really thorough about putting everything together. I torqued everything properly. I took my time, but that's what it ended up being. And Ken's actually the one that mentioned it. So for a person that's behind a keyboard that's on the other side of the world to tell me, hey, it's probably, you need to look at your gasket, that might be what it is, that's awesome. So we got that fixed. Everything's running great. We just recently switched over to E85, so I'll have some E85 pulls for y'all. I didn't get no 93 stuff. I will, though. I'll get y'all some data logs and stuff like that, and show y'all kind of the performance side of this supercharger. So I'm really excited about that. So the other thing I wanted to ask y'all is, what do you think I should name the truck? I mean, my black truck was Maximus. This is blue. I don't know if Maximus 2.0 is fitting for this truck. I'm kind of up for suggestions, so if y'all could leave that in the comment box, I would appreciate that. I'm gonna have more content for y'all, so like and subscribe to the video, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace. I wanted to give y'all a quick little cold start clip of the truck, how it sounds now after the supercharger and everything like that. It definitely added bark to the exhaust, so let me give it a good cold start real quick and see what it sounds like. I haven't heard it outside when I started up, so we'll see. Let it warm up just a minute, and I'll give it a couple of revs. I'm not gonna rev it up too much now when it's cold. So